Hey friends, today we're talking about external validation, specifically the exhausting cycle of constantly seeking approval, reassurance, and validation from others. If you find yourself checking how many likes your post got, feeling crushed by criticism, or making decisions based on what other people will think, this episode is for you. Understanding external validation. External validation is when your sense of worth, okayness, or value comes from outside sources. What other people think, say, or do in response to you. And yes, some need for external validation is normal and human. We're social creatures. Feedback from others matter. The problem is when external validation becomes your primary or only source of feeling okay about yourself. Signs you're overly reliant on external validation. You're constantly seeking reassurance from others. Criticism feels diversion, not just disappointing. You make decisions based on what others will approve of. You feel anxious when you don't get immediate response or feedback. Your mood depends on how others respond to you. You have difficulties trusting your own judgment. You need constant praise to feel good about your work. You avoid taking risks because you fear judgment. Where this comes from. Excessive need for external validation usually develops in childhood, particularly when your feeling or perceptions were regularly dismissed. You're too sensitive. That didn't happen. Love and approval were conditional on performance or behavior. You were compared to others frequently. Your achievements was emphasized over your inherent worth. You were criticized or punished for being yourself. When we grow up not trusting our own external compass, we learn to look outside of ourselves for confirmation that we're okay and that we're made the right choice, that we're good enough. The problem with external validation. External validation is inherently unstable. You're putting your emotional well-being in other people's hands. And people are inconsistent, have their own issues, and can't always give you what you need. You become a puppet to others' opinion. When your worth depends on what others think, you lose autonomy. You can't be authentic because you're too busy trying to get approval. You never feel truly satisfied. External validation is like junk food. It feels good monetarily, but doesn't truly nourish you. You constantly need more. You attract unhealthy relationships with people who withhold validation, give it inconsistently, and can keep you hooked in unhealthy dynamics. You neglect external validation the more you rely on external sources, the less you develop your own ability to validate yourself. Building external validation. External validation means you can acknowledge your own worth, trust your own perception, and feel okay with yourself, independent of others' opinions. And this doesn't mean you don't care what other people think. It means others' opinions inform you, but does not define you. Notice the patterns. Pay attention to when you seek external validation. What triggered it? What are you really looking for? Usually it's reassurance that you're okay, lovable, or good enough. Identify your values. What actually matters to you? What do you believe is important? When your action aligns with your values, you validate yourself regardless of others' opinion. Practice self-acknowledgement. When you do something well or make a good choice, acknowledge it yourself before seeking external praises. Tell yourself, I am proud of how I handled that. Sit with uncertainty. The urge for external validation often comes from discomfort with uncertainty. Practice tolerating not knowing if you did something right without immediately seeking reassurance. Validate your own feelings. When you feel something, you don't need someone else to confirm it's valid. Your feelings are real and valid simply because you feel them. Challenge the inner critic. Often we seek external validation because our internal voice is so harsh. Work on speaking to yourself much more kindly. Take risks without approval seeking. Do something just because you want to, not because you think others will approve. Wear something you like, share an opinion, create something just for you. Limit validation seeking behaviors. If you constantly ask, was that okay, or did I do that right? Practice holding back and trusting yourself more. Recognize that criticism doesn't define you. You can receive feedback without it meaning you're fundamentally flawed. Criticism is information, not an identity. My journey with this. I used to be completely controlled by others' thought. I'll post something on social media and then check constantly to see how people respond. If a post didn't get many likes, I will spiral. Clearly, I was boring, irrelevant, unlikable. At work, I needed constant praise to feel like I was doing okay. A neutral response from my boss would send me into panic. In relationships, I needed constant reassurance that my partner still liked me, find me attractive, wanted to be with me. That anxiety was exhausting. I realized I was giving everyone else the powers to determine my worth, and that meant I was never truly secure because I couldn't control their response. Learning to validate myself has been challenging, but it also has been incredibly freeing. Now I can share my work and feel proud of it regardless of the response. I can make decisions trusting my own judgment. I can receive criticism without it destroying me. I still do care what people think. I'm human. But it doesn't determine my worth anymore. The freedom of self-validation. When you develop external validation, you experience more stability. Your sense of self doesn't fluctuate when others move. More authenticity. You can be yourself without needing approval. More confidence. You trust your own judgment. Less anxiety. You're not constantly seeking reassurance. Healthier relationship. You're not demanding others to validate you consistently. Final thoughts. You don't need anyone to agree with you, like you, or approve of you to be okay. Other people's opinions are just that, opinions. They don't define your worth, your values, or your okayness. You get to decide you're worthy. You get to validate your own feelings. You get to trust yourself. Learning to give yourself the validation you've been seeking from others is one of the most powerful acts of self-love. Thanks for listening, friends, and take good care of yourself. And until next time, I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.